Hey guys, kens97sto171 back with another ETS video. Today we are going to build a truck. Haven't streamed one of those before. I had an idea. We just drove a Scania R, this truck, but the one I have is all completely decked out. You know, it's this one here. Oh shit. It's this one here with all the lights, and it's got the big tank on the back, and it's completely all decked out. Let's build a just a base model. I'm not going to go crazy on the lights and stuff, I don't think, because you could spend an hour building a Scania because there's so many lights and fixtures you can put on them and things. We'll leave that alone, at least for now, and just maybe drive it. What we want is this Scania R4 Series. It has the cool old-fashioned interior. So then you hit Customize, and it's just a basic truck. Inside it looks like that. It's the same interior we just drove. Mirrors are different. We can change that. That's an option. I like the dark interior. I just think it's easier with the game. You can do a wood interior. It just makes it a wood color. But I honestly kind of like the black. It makes the gauges easier to read, I think. It's a couple options. You can do a normal roof. May not want to do that. Well, we'll do it, but you'll see how the fuel tanks are really big. If you do top line, oh, it doesn't change anything. It made it taller, so then inside you've got more headroom. You can do top line extended, which makes the cab longer, and I think it made the wheelbase. Yeah, it made the wheelbase longer too. I don't really know why it needed to do that. Why not just? But it did, so it stretched the wheelbase. That, I think, on the interior, actually, the image is the same. If you notice that, watch when we go back to just the top line. I think it's the same interior. Let's take a look at that. Let's try to get an idea what that looks like. Yeah, it's the same interior. So from the inside view, it didn't change, but from the outside view, it did. Isn't that weird? And then the long line is a super long. You really notice it here. It's a huge sleeper berth. But on the inside, it's the same image. Maybe it looks a little wider there. I don't know. So we're just going to go with a normal, because we're just going to go with this is going to be a basic truck. Single axle, nothing fancy. You can do 4x2, 4x4 low deck. I wonder what the hell that is. Oh, it makes the truck lower. I don't know why you would want that. You can do a 6x2 with double tires, single tires. You can do a bunch of things. There's a bunch of choices all the way to one of those things like that, which we're not going to do. We're going to do that because we're going to put a small ass engine in it. On the engine side, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a look. See these Euro 2? Let me disable all the content. That's these engines right here. All the way up to about 580 horsepower. So you could go more powerful. But I'm thinking let's go with a really slow one and try that out. Make it work. So Euro 2, Euro 3. There's 260, a little more torque. So that's the stock part. Let's just do that. It's going to be slow as hell, but it's an old Euro 2 engine. There's some others. This came in a kit, so it's getting old mechanical noises, but we'll do something like that. Transmission, I have no idea. Okay, that they come in that pack. 8-speed with 308. Let's see if we can do a 12 plus 2 with 308. We can, because we're going to need the gear ratios, I think. This is interesting. This one is 16 as the low with a little. We're going to do this because you're not going to go that fast in it anyway. It's got the same 308 ratio, but it's got a shorter first gear. So if we watch this, I think that'll go up. They all went up. Yeah. If you do that, that's interesting because that's a taller ratio. Doesn't make any sense. That might even make more sense with the 380 ratio. Because again, you're never going to go fast in one of these trucks. You know, you don't have enough power and you don't have enough, you can't really speed anyway. So let's do that. That'll give us the most ratio, 16 with 16.3 to 1 with a 380. 380 is the shortest ratio there is. So we'll do that 12 plus 2. If you did like just a straight 8 speed, it'd be like really bad. So yeah, there we go. All right. On the steering wheel, we're going to do standard like we said. And color, let's maybe make it green so we know it's like slow. Ivory white, perfect white. Let's just go green. Or maybe, yeah, it's more expensive. Oh, there's some other orange. Let's go green. We're going to go green. And here's where you could spend 3 hours building a truck. Because there is all these little dots. There are just a shit ton of options. Might go ahead and put a light rack with some of those lights you saw across the top, because the headlights on these are not amazing. So what the hell? Let's just go for it. So you got front bumper. There are several choices. That paints it. It's got a little lip on the bottom. That doesn't have the lip. Let's do the lip. Front mud flaps. You can do that. The lower grill guard, you can do you can put a I don't even see it there. There it is. So you can do that and then put some lights on it. And there's a bunch of them. So we might go ahead and just put that on there. I'll leave the lights maybe alone. Let's see what lights are available. So there's a bunch of yeah, no amazing lights available though on that. The only lights that really make a difference are those orange ones that I showed you. So we might just take the grill guard off. Fog rings, you can do stock color, painted, where they paint the inside there. Headlights, I do standard H4s. I usually do the xenon lamps. They're a little brighter. And at least you'll be able to see where the hell you're going. You can change the badging. You can put a bull bar on it. Put lights. Like a dragonfly. Just goes like that. 2 light points. You do a twister, and that gives you 4, but, you know. Joker is like that. I usually just do the dragonfly. And then again, you can put some lights. I don't think any of the cool... Yeah, they are. These are the ones that you... No? Are they? Yeah. These orange ones are the ones that you want down there. So we'll go ahead and do that. And just from experience, I know that it's this... that one. There's a bunch of choices. That's got a white ring. Let me just see. No, it was that one. I'm pretty sure it's the second one. We'll just throw a few lights on it. And you can turn on the lights to show what they look like. Actually, They're still amber. So let's do that way they're painted. The front is painted the right color. Okay, so that's that. You can do a front mask. There's no choices there. Front grille, stock grid. You can paint it right there. See how it changed from not painted to painted. Let's just paint it. Fenders are painted plus painted. Changes that, which kind of looks good. Front grille, you can do paints it, and then there, all of these spots, you can put lights. We'll do a couple, because it will take you, this is what I'm saying, it takes forever to, I usually just use these Hella, there's another one, these Hella Dura LEDs. Those are probably the nicest ones. Some of the other ones are nice too. We'll just do like some on the corners. And maybe in the middle there. Nothing fancy. And maybe we'll do. You can overshadow yourself. So that's what it looks like there. I missed one right there. They come on and off. Yeah, there we go. Scania, you can do painted text. That actually looks pretty good because it's on a dark. You can put a stone guard, driver plate, windshield center. There's some stuff you can put there. On the mirrors, I usually do modern painted modern, which has the things up there. You can also put lights here if you want. I'm not going to bother. It takes forever to do that. Up here, that's just a scented thingy. I don't know why. You can do a sun visor. So let's do what? There we go. Stock 4. That's got some more lights in it. Although, actually, we may not want to do that because we'll have a bull bar. We're going to do a, that's a light board in the back. And you can put that back there if you want. And then you have some different cab parts. This is like antennas and shit on the roof. That's interior lighting. And then you can do a light bar. So you can pick different ones. I like the one that's kind of down low like that. The Mirage or the Samurai. Let's do the Mirage because that goes down into the paint. Put lights on the top. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to do 5 of the same. There we go. And then you can put like lights up here if you want. There's so many things you can do. Let's do painted on the thing. On that, we can put skirts. You can put a skirt on it, and then you can put lights on it there if you want. You can do chassis painted. There's painted high, like that. That paints the whole thing. Let's do that. You can do a chassis cover like that. I'm not going to do that. I think it looks a little weird. Rear exhaust, you can put exhaust out to the side if you want. I'm actually exhaust stack too short. That puts them up there. Pretty short. There we go. That's a good combination. Because with the skirts on there, I don't know how the exhaust would come out exactly. But that'll work. There's a bunch of choices, including some ridiculous ones like that. No, I don't remember which. Yeah, there we go. They're just different styles. A little farther out, a little taller straight with no. See, it just sticks out a little farther. That one's the closest to the cab, which is what you would want. You can put horns up there. Said I wasn't going to customize it, and here I am customizing it. We'll leave the tires and shit alone. Doesn't really matter for what we're going to do. Rear bumper, you can do... there's some pretty cool ones you can do here. I'm not going to play with these too much because there's just like a shit ton of choices. Like you can do... we'll just do stock taillights. You can also like do this and cover the end of it like that. Do that. Painted. A little different design. Let's do that. That's pretty cool. Fifth wheel. You can do a painted fifth wheel, which I don't know why the hell you would do that because the paint's going to last like 5 seconds. And then you can have several different cable choices. These are just bundled like that. You can do a stock air bar, which is like that. That's better. There's some custom ones. That looks pretty good too. Or that one. And then you can put a couple of lights right there. Let's do that. Now let's not do that because see it cuts through the exhaust. That's a bad choice. You can also put an equipment tower, which is what ours had, the box on the back there. We'll just leave it like that. That's fine. We don't need lights and shit on it. We can do mud flaps. So you can do that. UK is the opposite. I like these actually. I do like that design, or the reflective ones like that are pretty cool. But I like the overtake. That's a neat. It's a neat thing that they do in Europe. And then there's this thing. You can put a license plate there if you want. Exhausts. These are exhausts out the side if you want. Fuel tanks. Euro 3 fuel tanks with covers. I don't think we can change any of these without messing it up. So we're gonna leave it alone. You can do this. You can do painted. It just paints that panel right there. It looks pretty good. There's a deflector you can put on, but it covers like too much of the windshield and you can't see out. So it doesn't really work great. Let's go to the interior, see if there's anything we want to put in here. I don't think we normally do. You can put the cat over there if you want, but I think we're going to leave it alone. You can put a GPS right there on the corner, but we don't really need it. So I think that's it. So we got the thing, we got the drivetrain we want, we got the low horsepower engine we want, we got the best gear ratio we need. Just it's best to go through things. This is the interior. There's not really any choices. Your color, your 10 billion options. Let's see if there's any tire choices we could make. Let's just look at the rims real quick. That's the standard rim. Let's see what the standard gloss. That looks a little better. Let's pick a tire. So it's got D, and 75. You don't want to do that. It's 315/70. So As long as you keep this so you have like fuel mileage, rain, and noise. So you just want the best thing you can get, and it's probably this one here, this BB and 69. Yeah, it does look like that's the best one. So we'll do that. On the back, we'll do the same thing. We'll do I wonder where the gloss is. Standard. Where the fuck did the gloss go? Standard gloss, because that matches the front. And we'll do the same thing. The 2020 BB69. There we go. Tires will be better. This is always a good thing. And there's all kinds of amazing rims you can put. You can do these Alcoa. Let's see. Well, we can do that. Mirror. Do the mirror. 22 by 11. Makes it look a little bit cool. And on the center, you can do... I kind of like this Raven one. You can do Alcoa Black on the lug nuts. It's kind of neat. And then if you want, you can put a painted ring. So let's do the same here. Let's do the Alcoa. Oh, wait. What's up here? Alcoa. No, it's 11 by 75, isn't it? 22 by 1175. Mirror polish. 22 by 1175. Mirror polish. Okay. Let's do Alcoa Black. And then we'll do the Raven. That'll be it. Okay, guys. So then what you do is you hit confirm. And then you purchase. And then you put it in an empty spot in a garage. And I sold a bunch of trucks like I said I was going to. And then that's it. And then what we'll do is we will truck manager, driver, it's this one we just built. You hit drive it. Yes. And it'll put it in your main office, which it's wherever you started at, which is Berlin for me. My fucking hands hurts from using the mouse. I need a drink. Oh. And then we'll have to assign a trailer. Or we could just haul a load with it, too. We don't actually need a trailer. Let me... First of all, let me just center my vision. Okay. Then you want to go in here and you want to do adjust seat. I usually do... That's about right. We can go a little closer because of the style of mirrors. And then you want to adjust your mirrors. The general rule is on the left. We really ought to have a trailer to do this, but you want to just see the edge of the trailer. I will affix the convex, though, because essentially you want it all the way down and all the way as far as basically just see the edge of the truck a little bit like that. We'll do the right convex. We can't fix the big one until we get a trailer on it. So you want like that. Side mirror, same thing. You don't want to see the truck. You want to see what's next to the truck. And sometimes you want to rotate it a little bit like that, forward or backwards. We'll have to do the right and left mirror once we get a trailer. So let's see if we have any trailers we can use in our own fleet. Okay. Got a flatbed. I don't think I have a van. Got a bunch of low boys. Why are there so many low? Why are these all unused? Like a couple of these have been used, but like none of them. Okay, these are assigned. Those are refrigerated. That's the trailer we just used. Why don't we just see what freight is available rather than building a trailer? I could show you how to build a trailer, though. That'd be kind of neat. Trailer manager, trailer purchase. We just want a, there's a ton of different types, too. We just want a van. Insulated. Side door. Moving floor. Insulated. Refrigerated. Double insulated. Okay, why is there no... These are all like specialty trailers. And I don't know what they are. It's a soft-sided. Soft-sided. Dry freighter. That might work. I downloaded a bunch of trailer packs. Curtain side. I could have swore in the standard trailers that there was a dry van. Curtain side. Curtain sides are used a lot in Europe. Dry side door. Insulated, which we don't really want insulated. We just want a dry refrigerated. Insulated. I don't see one. It's so weird. We want something shorter because we don't have a lot of power. We probably do want 3 axles on the back. What the hell is the difference between this one? Body length 13 meters. 13.6. 13.6. So what the hell is the difference? 16,000 pounds, 14,000 pounds, so it's lighter. Oh, it's a curtain side. Never mind. Cool. Crone. Sorry, I'm taking a while, guys. I didn't mean to do that. There's a dry liner. What does it weigh? 16,000. I don't even know what that means. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give this about 2 more seconds, and then I'm just going to do a load. An available load with somebody else's trailer. Dry master. 15,000 pounds. Seems heavy. No, it's 15,000 pounds. Actually, that's about right. Body length 13.6, 13.62. Let's just look at that one. Custom configuration. You can do, it's a single. You can do 3 axles, which you'd probably want. Although, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe just 2. Keep it light. That'll restrict the freight we can haul to something lighter. It's a single. Dry master. Paint. What color is our trailer? Green. Our truck is green. Let's just do... There we go. That sort of matches. That's fine. Good enough. And then there's some options. So you can put an extinguisher or a fire or a plastic box, none of which make any damn difference. On the sides, you can do standard lights, and then there are some choices. You can do simple side protection, which is like that. Pallet box. You can do a spare tire, painted with side tire, you know, or nothing, which we're just going to do nothing. Then you can do full fenders. No light choices. Interesting. On the tires, we did standard gloss on the other. No, we did Alcoa, which they probably don't have. Standard chrome. We'll do standard chrome because we did chromed wheels on the other one. The Alcoa is not available in here. Let's just do black lug nuts and then do, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Where the hell is the... Oh, we did chrome. Duty chrome? Or standard chrome? I don't remember what the hell we picked here. Standard chrome. Standard chrome 120. Standard chrome 120. Okay. And then we'll pick tire also. Do the same thing. So it's 385.55. Oops. Yeah, okay. And then right here, you can put a spare tire, a painted box, an extinguisher, whatever you want. On the back, you can do, why the hell would you want rubber rollers? Rubber bumper, that's fine. Middle mud flap. You can do painted. And I like that. Pass, don't pass. That's, I think, it. What the hell, we'll do the exclusive. Maybe the lights are better. I don't know. So that's it. That's how that works. And then we will attach. Sometimes there's another, you can do another arrow skirt thing right there. So, all right, confirm, purchase, and we'll just put it, nope, we'll put it in Berlin. Yes. And then we go back out here and you go, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Trailer manager, current user. It'll be in here somewhere. Man, there are a lot of unused trailers. I don't remember there being that many unused trailers. That's the one we just built. I'm going to make it private. That way nobody uses it except me. And then use. And then yes. And it'll attach the trailer because it's at Berlin with us. So there we are, attached to the trailer. And now, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Now we can adjust those mirrors better. You want to kind of look at them the way you would look at them, like that. So I usually run them a little bit down because looking at the sky doesn't really help you. And you just want to see a little bit of the trailer. The right side's the same. You're going to be glancing like that. You're not going to be staring at it like that. You're going to be glancing. But aim it down, because looking at the sky, well, what the hell, looking at the sky doesn't help you. And then bring it out just a little bit. There you go. That's it. Convex looks okay. Could go out a little bit more. We'll check the left convex now that we got a trailer. There we go. All right. So now what we do is we look for a load. And you go to jobs, cargo market, use your own trailer. And let's just do, no, that's fine, cargo weight. But I want to be something in Berlin. And I don't want it to be very far because I'm tired. In fact, let's just do route length short. Berlin. God dang it. That might work. I'm trying to move the 20 tons. See, you got to be careful here because, see, we're here. You got to drive all the way to the east to pick the thing up. So you want to be a little bit careful about that your pickup location is reasonable. So I think we might do that one. Well, that's a little closer. 18 tons. It's only 126 kilometers, so in case the truck really sucks, we won't get stuck with it for too long. Let me get my mirror, my thing set. Let's see what this puppy sounds like.
Time to get the job done.
All right, put the parking brake on. We should have full tanks. Yeah, I got full tank of fuel. Let's just put it in automatic for now. Let's see how it does.
Turn right.
There's like a thing hanging out in the middle of the road there. You see those? Oh, are they lights? What are those? What the hell are those black things? Do you see it? That thing. What the hell are those? Are they supposed to be like lights or something? No idea. I got used to that trailer that turns outward. Yeah. Boy, that light was red quick.
Turn right.
This thing is slow. And the engine doesn't sound that amazing. Kind of makes me want to go back to a repair shop. There's a lower power model of that Z-Mods engine that was in the other one that had the great turbo sound. There's also a higher horsepower version of this, but... need to change the turn signal. You can barely see the turn signal with the steering wheel in the way. That's what the engine brake sounds like. I mean, we're picking up 18 tons. That's still 40,000 pounds. Well, almost. Like, that's nearly a normal cargo weight in the U.S. And that's the lightest load that was available. It's kind of wild. Yeah, this thing barely wants to go and we're empty. It's going to be slow going. That's why I picked a short delivery. My sim dashboard's still cutting out, and I don't know why. Comes right back. Honestly, we could just not do the delivery, too. You know. This gives us a little bit of a feeling of what it would be like to drive it. I really like the rig itself. The Series 4, it's probably my favorite truck. Besides, you know, there's some Volvos that have, you know, 750 horsepower with great headlights, and you know, there are some other nice trucks, but boy, that light was really short.
Exit right.
Where the fuck is the street? Good thing we got all them damn gears.
Then turn left. Turn left. It was a nice ride.
I didn't look to see if yeah, 18 tons. Take job. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's right there. Huh. Not really great having that exhaust blowing right back on the trailer like that, but see those extra lights come on with the high beams. Don't usually back into the spot to pick up. It's a waste of time, really. It doesn't have any advantage in the game as far as XP. Oops, wrong way. But this one's relatively easy. Says the guy who can't back up the damn trailer properly. I'm overcorrecting big time. Get used to those big W900s in the U.S. Really, also, when you're doing it, when you're backing up a truck, you should idle. Basically, walking speed. Don't be throttling in reverse. You really shouldn't. You just let it idle back. Oh, it let me. It's a terrible parking job, but... Stream's still going okay. Just checking on it over here on my other screen every once in a while.
Ready to roll.
So we're actually going that way. Interesting. It's still skip shifting. So, you know.
Keep left, then turn left.
Actually, it was a one-way in, one-way out.
Finding keep left, then turn left. Turn left.
You know, I mean, it moves freight. It'll get the job done. You know, it's not going to be fast. It's not going to do anything heavy. Oh, look at the wheels. See the suspension all go?
Get ready to turn right.
And then on the cobblestone,
Turn right.
there's another, couldn't get to it in time in the external view.
Turn right.
This will be the test. Can I actually start on a hill? Or am I going to be screwed? Yep. Barely. That's everything she's got.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
It's skipping gears. 6. So you could go heavier But what you would want to do, and we may find this to be the case, you would want to go with the...
Turn right.
We went with the 308 ratio, I think. There was a 380 or a 3... There was a couple others.
Turn right.
The starting off problem, because we don't have enough gear ratio to like get going, you would be better with a shorter differential ratio. And again, in Europe, you don't really need the top speed so much. So, if you had a low power engine like this, you're going to be rolling along at the speed limit. You're not going to be speeding that much. You're not,
Go straight on.
I wonder if it would work better in manual mode. I do have it in high power, I think. I do. Let's just try sequential real quick. See if it'll let it rev up.
Go straight on.
Does let it rev up more in manual mode. But it may make peak power, lower. I don't remember what it said, actually, when we built it.
Keep left. Then turn left. Turn left.
We need to be over here. It's a weird intersection. And I know I'm fucking this all up. Isn't it weird how you hear that, but then when you get out of the throttle, it almost sounds like it's revving more.
Go straight on.
I think we have to exit on the right here.
Keep right. Then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, 12's the tallest gear. And then the fucking road ends. And these guys don't want to fucking move. See, a lot of these trailers are 3-axle in the back like that. And it probably would have let us go heavier, but I didn't want to go heavier. What did it say?
Exit right.
Could have swore it said, oh my god. Could have swore it said keep left. Right about 80. You know. Be interesting to see what our fuel mileage is when we get to the end. So one of the things about a powerful truck, it's easy to get in trouble. It's easy to overspin, overspeed it. It's easy to get yourself ahead of yourself. A truck that doesn't have a lot of power forces you to drive kind of conservatively. Can't merge that fast. You really got to you got to just pay attention a lot more and take your time a lot more. Well, that thing sounded good. It should be in the right lane. Still having a few troubles with the head tracker. I need to work on the dead space in the middle. Like right there. It's a little unsensitive. Like it'll stay a little bit to that way when I look back straight. Turning the engine brake on and off over here when I do that.
Ready to turn left. Turn left.
It's skipping gears if you rev it all the way up. Nine. Yeah, we're gonna blow that. Don't give a shit. There's nobody there. I don't feel like fucking slowing down again. Don't do that in real life, guys. For a while, I ran this game ATS, especially with no traffic, and it's a good tram. It's pretty cool. You end up just driving and not going through you go through every sign because there's never a car. Oops. And I almost did that in real life once. You do the bad habits that you form playing the game can transmit to life. I forgot I got it on smart shift. Neutral C1. I wonder if it'll start off in 1. Yeah.
Ready to turn. Turn left, and then turn right.
The guy totally blew that light.
Turn right.
You're supposed to, just so you know, at this, I've been here before. You're supposed to go through there, go around, and go in there. Nobody does that.
It's all over.
Where does it want us to put it? Okay. Actually, might be easier. Rather than go and try to do a turnaround inside that parking lot, I was thinking, perhaps wrongly, so you got to watch that turnaround. I think I bumped my trailer right there. Oh, you can't go past the end of the parking lot right there. That's a bummer. I was going to use that extra... Oh, wait. Now it let me. That's weird. Why did that happen? And the emergency lights are on because I bumped something, or it thought I bumped something. So the place we got to park is, like, right there. See the cloud? All right, guys. Okay. So it's 80 miles. 5.3 miles per gallon. Not great. But you know. All right. But again, it's a Euro 2 engine. It's a really old engine design. That probably has a lot to do with it. It'd be interesting. Be interesting. Let's take a look. Actually, what we can do is quick navigate to Berlin. No, Berlin. And it should take us to a garage where we can just go in and take a look real quick. Yeah. So on the truck configurator, so this is a Euro 2 engine. I don't want all of those. We just want that. Although that might be interesting too. So, yeah, there's some Euro 3s that are also lower power. So, like, there's a 230 horsepower Euro 3. It'd be a little newer. But let's take a look also at this. That's the Z-Mods engine. So, there's a 460 horse. You know, that'd be a decent engine in there too. And it would have a better... is that the... What's that? Yeah. It's got to be this Z-Mods, because that's what I got in this 600 horsepower one's the one we just drove, this tuned one. But you could put the 460 horsepower in there, and you got almost the same torque. You know, it would have a similar sound as the this big boy here. But you know, we already have one of those, so you know. And then there's a ton of engines. This JC Amateur pack. There's engines that you could never like. There's a Mack. There are some Scania V8s available. Packard, Caterpillar, Cummins N14, which none of those would have ever been in that truck. The Scania might be, but probably not. So what we could do is, let's see what they got on the... I don't really want to put a big engine in it because we already have a 600 horsepower. Might be interesting to hear a Euro 3. What's the lowest power Euro 3? We got a 220. It's a 230. Maybe let's do the 300 horsepower one. And we're running a 380 ratio. So there is a 308. It's interesting because I think that should make a big difference, and it does. Okay. What did I say we were going to do? 03. There's 300 horsepower, 400 horsepower. I don't even remember what the hell engine I picked. Why is it refund minus 60? Yes. Let's go back in and just take a look. I don't know what I took out. That was kind of weird. I wonder why it's going to revert items. Oh, maybe I clicked it and it took something off. I don't know what though. So let's do a Euro. Let's do a lower power Euro 3. You keep thinking, oh, I'll do 400. Oh, no, do 440. Oh, no, do. And pretty soon you're at 580 and it resets the available engines every time. It's kind of annoying. I wish it would remember it. 480, 470. I think there was a 400 horse, wasn't there? 340, 380. 420. 2,000 Newton meters versus 1,000, so almost double the torque. That's fine, 420. We'll save that. We'll do another video with it another day. All right, guys, that'll be it. I'm going to end the stream. Let's see if it sounds any different. No, I don't think so. The other thing would be to go with a lower power, one of those Z-Mod, you know, engines. But, you know, I've got another truck we have those engines in, so. And I think the lowest power one was 400 horse, I think. So. I think that'll be it, guys. Guys, have a wonderful day. And be safe out there on any travels that you do.